Hi guys, I'm in Royal Terrace East in Crossway Park in Dunleary. So just want to show you, so I have grinded off most of these profiles here, and I've tried to get as much of this as I could off. Now you can see bits like that. I'm going to use paint remover from here on in. So as I do the upper railings, which are ready to go, I'm going to put paint remover on these and let it work its magic as I paint the railings up above. So they'll be ready, and I'm trying to regain as much of the definition as possible on the upper ones. The lower ones, I've grinded them down, got a lot of it back, but it's the upper ones that catch the eye, and you can kind of see I couldn't get the brush in any further without doing damage. So there's a cut-off point where you take it off and you stop. So the aim is to put paint remover on all of these upper ones and to try to get as much of the, you see it's very clogged there. You can actually see it there, like it looks well-ish, but it's not back to what it should be. So
before picture.
During and after. So just want to show you here, we want to get as much as we can back on in. You can see it there, an awful lot clogged, right? And then also as well, we want to get this baby Hardy Kingston. This would have been the name of the foundry in the area. So we want to get that back as much as we can as well, obviously for historic and aesthetic reasons. So that's it guys, finished grinding and going to go and use paint remover back and front, and we'll let it do its go, and we'll give it 3 or 4 coats. We'll just let it do its job. And secret with the paint remover is you don't rush, you let it activate, you give it a couple of goes, and then you come at it at the end, clean it up, and then give it a coat. Okay, so as we do these railings here, which are ready to go, we will do the front and then come back to these later. And you can see we managed to get the profiles back on these, and you're never going to get them 100%, but it's about getting the indentations so they're no longer clogged. And we'll actually put a bit of paint remover on this one just because of its proximity to the entrance. No matter which way you come in, you're going to see this one, so I'd like to get that one tidied up as well. Okay, thanks. So you can see here guys, you can see the gel paint remover on it. So I'm going to let that just work away, and as I do, as I said, as I do the railings, I'll let this work away and come back to it. And I'm going to put 2 or 3 coats on this, and we'll just scrub it off. It'll probably be the last thing we do. We're actually really lucky with this one because there's very few indentations, very few erosions, so we don't have that many repairs. There's only 1 repair actually needed. Two small little repairs, but and you can see here as well guys. I will be very finicky around these ones because they're kind of the first impression, so you want them to be pretty flawless, and we'll just let them cook away. And let me see, so one of these, that one there, See the movement? That one there I need to fix down. That's the only one that is actually loose. So we'll work away. Okay. Thanks guys. I'll give you an update as this begins to work. So you can see it's taken off a fair bit, but I still need to go at it with a wire brush. And as I paint each one individually, I'll get a scraper and try to take some more out of it. But it's a big improvement from where it was totally clogged up. So we'll do the wire brush. Then some bits aren't coming out, and we'll get the scraper into them. So you can see the ones on the gate, really good. Very little left on them. So there's going to be loads of profile, and this is the ones that are kind of key. This area from here to the gate and just over here are where people are going to be seeing the most. So we need to get a little bit more off that, but we're looking pretty good. So we also have our writing here as well. So you can see we got a lot more of that back. So pretty happy with that. Gonna even put a little bit more paint remover on that upper area. Okay. So there's still a little bit to be gained on each one, and it's kind of marginal, but marginal victories are important ones. So you can even see there, just even to get that back. So as I go along, I'll be kind of picking them as I do it. So guys, just got the full primer on yesterday, a couple of coats of it, and just in here now, just you can see there's a lot of profile there, so this was all clogged up, and it was all matted and uniformed and totally and utterly just solidified into one unit rather than small little defined architectural units, which it is. So I'm starting to do the black, and I'm doing the ends with a small little brush. I have a small little brush, and here you go there. Then I've rollers and brushes in there, and then here's one I've already done. And when you get it done, you come back over it 2-3 times, and you just keep looking at it, and you know, you visit 3, 4, 5 times and you keep finding little bits, and as it dries, the sheen, this is a mid-sheen one, so as it dries it's less shiny and you can actually see whatever bits need adjusting. So you just keep coming 2, 3, 4 times on it and you get it all that way. And the shine is actually deceptive because it looks like you missed a bit, but when it dulls down after a while, you actually, like there, it looks like I missed a bit, but when you go in closer, it's not missed. So going to get a coat on this now, and then we just keep visiting it and just keep adding layers, especially onto the bits that are surface, the railings and the lateral bits outside. So guys, you can see I finished up here. This is a mid-sheen, a 50/50 Tecorel Therma top coat industrial system. So this is a mid-sheen, thus the 50/50. And you can see, you can actually see the bits that were done earlier. They're a little bit less shinier, and the dull and the top shine has gone off them a little bit. So even this will, for lack of better words, calm down a little bit. The sheen will diminish a tiny little bit overnight, but it's not overly glossy, and that's what the homeowner wanted, something in a mid-sheen base rather than top sheen. Still see our Harding and our Kingston there, not as much, still a bit shiny though, but that signature is still there. You can see that we got a fair bit of detailing back into it, and if we didn't grind it down, it just would have been painting it on top and we wouldn't have got the definition on back into it. And the same at the bottom as well. So an unusual one to get the road sign here, but I painted in the back of it. I painted the timber, and I tried to use a little bit of Tech 7 to seal the timber, so hopefully that'll work. And if it doesn't work, the homeowner can get a little bit of wire and just paint over it to hold the bottom timber into place.